Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful life, of course. In today's video, I'm going to unbox and review the Kindle colorsoft that's been taking over social media and Reddit forums since it was first announced, and according to what the people are saying, it's not good. So I decided to give it a try once it was on sale at the beginning of this year. I've been using it now for 2 months and I also featured it in both of my reading vlogs, so check those out. Other companies have been beating Amazon at their own game, and they have been putting their own feet and hands in their mouths because of the unreasonable price of the colorsoft and scribe, and now they done went ahead and restricted us with not being able to download and save our books. So it's safe to say I'm not the biggest Amazon fan, and I'm not here to boast and skip over any issues I encounter along the way like others have done simply because they were gifted this item. Catch it. As always, it's very simple to set up and doesn't take a long time to get your books downloaded and ready to read. It comes with 32 gigabytes of storage, which should be the minimum amount rather than 16 gigabytes. It has all of the features that the new previous models have, including wireless charging and now auto-adjusting front light. The screen technology that's used is still the popular Kaleido 3 that Kobo, Big Me, Boox, and other companies use for their color e-ink tabs, but with some tweaks and mods, which y'all will see more later in the video. I got a few accessories, and I'm going to print out a fantasy-inspired Kindle insert that I found on Pinterest. I ended up changing it a few times throughout this few months, but I'll leave some links down below. Now for the battery life, according to Amazon, a single charge can last up to 8 weeks versus 12 weeks with Paperwhites, so that's 2 weeks more than the basic. But honestly, they both last the same for me, which is 2 weeks when I'm binge reading. I immediately went to grab my Go Color 7 to compare the screen and color quality. With Android-based e-ink devices, you have more freedom and access to the e-ink settings, so you can change it and tweak it to your liking. My initial thoughts were that I like the colors on the colorsoft more, even though yes, it has more of a bluish gray undertone, and some of the colors didn't match the actual book covers. So I had some audio difficulties here, so I'm back with a voiceover. Don't mind my hand flinging around. So this was me telling y'all how I feel about it since I had it for a week. The first colorsoft is on the left, and the first and last replacement is on the right. Out the gate, I could tell that the replacement came with a warmer tone, but both performed the same. Now, I do prefer my e-readers to have more warmth, but clearly the issue wasn't fixed. It still had the light bar on the bottom, but it was less noticeable. My issues with this new replacement was that I had 2 very small dead pixels on the bottom screen that I only noticed when I went to read it in dark mode. Before this, I didn't really use dark mode as much, but since there was a round hill shaped spot on the bottom of the screen that doesn't turn warm like the whole device, it's really hard to describe and you can't see it on camera. It's super distracting and noticeable. Also, the ghosting is kind of bad compared to the one I unboxed on camera. In this section of the video, I'm checking on the warm light on my 11th edition Paperwhite. It's a tad bit slower than the newer ones, but that's because of the last update when the new Kindles came out. Seems like they're following along with the Apple company because they do that too, allegedly. Nothing will ever beat a black and white e-reader, and they look really good. I do feel like having at least one color e-reader could be beneficial, and hopefully my mini comparison segment later on will be helpful for those that want to add one to their collection. Also, the yellow issue isn't that big of an issue in person, and I wouldn't have noticed if I didn't read the forums on Reddit and if I wasn't actively looking for it. For a few days, my eyes were playing tricks on me when I looked at my other e-readers, thinking those had the same issues. I was going crazy. Oh, and the colorsoft and most color e-readers have more of a bluish gray undertone because of the Kaleido 3. Please keep that in mind, and if you read a lot in the sun, this will look extremely dim in the sun. There's also a screen door effect, but I only noticed it on the colorsoft and Libra color after other users and reviewers made mention of it. It's not something that bothers me, and it wasn't noticeable until I squinted my eyes. Also, just like the white books e-ink devices, you can also see more of the the light on the sides. Here I was just explaining that I really wanted to get another replacement to make sure the warmness was the norm or not, but I talked to different Amazon customer reps and they said they couldn't do another replacement. Basically they were telling me to just return it, get my refund, and then buy another one. But my issue lied with that I had this on sale. The sale was like 20%, 25%, something like that. And then I also had, which I didn't trade in an older Kindle that I had, and then also I had some percentage off because I was supposed to trade in a Kindle. So all of that added up, and that's why I was able to get it roughly around like $170. And I explained it to them, but they said, girl, you poop out of luck. You're just gonna have to return it and see what to do. So using dark mode is fine, but again, you will see more of the lights on the side, while on the basic and paper whites, you don't have that issue. Also, when you highlight on black and white Kindles, it's going to look gray, obviously, but it's actually yellow. If you're mid-read and want to switch to the colorsoft, you might want to go back and change the colors. It doesn't look like Amazon has fixed any issues, and quality control didn't do no controlling nor had any quality in the room. These weren't available to buy for about a month on Amazon, Best Buy, and other retailers because they expressed they were working on it, but it don't seem like anyone worked on it at all because the issues are still the same and the price is still insane. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So here we are 2 months later with the same replacement. I'm obsessed with how I decorate it. Look at my bunny Batman. It's pretty fast, so I haven't had any issues with speed besides the page bleeding that can't be picked up on camera that well. Also, I kept the style settings to vivid since other users mentioned that it helps with the yellow light bar, but I've concluded that's a lie. The reason why I love color e-readers is because I highlight and annotate all of my books. I wish we had more color options rather than just 4 colors because that doesn't cut it for me all the time. Typing out your notes is fairly quick and it has autocorrection for those of us that are typo fiends. I finally decided to add some cute fonts I found online. I was reading on my Go Color 7 and I was reading with the Coming Soon font and I couldn't go back to the regular Kindle fonts anymore. I'll link a video on how you can do it and where to find these fonts at. Just make sure to save it as a custom theme. If you need help with reading faster, try out Fast Sans or Fast Serif because lots of readers have said that it helped their reading speed. I don't recommend to read manga on this unless it's comics in color because mangas look way better on the black and white e-readers. Now, let me do some quick comparisons between some colored e-readers I have on hand. First contender is the boox Go Color 7. It's still my favorite e-reader, color or not. I absolutely love the built-in reader app because of the extra annotating features, colors, text-to-speech, so you don't have to spend extra coins on audible books. When typing notes, you can also use emojis, which isn't necessary, but something I would appreciate in other e-readers. You can, of course, read your fanfics on the web, read manhwa, and use the Kindle app, but the Onyx built-in reader is where it's at. The kobo clara color is my brother's, so I don't use this one, but he likes this one way more than his 2020 Kindle Kids Basic he got 2 years ago. He reads a lot of manga and novels on here, plus he occasionally highlights as well. I think this one is the best budget color e-readers, so if the Go Color 7 is out of your budget, this one will be perfect, especially because Overdrive is built into the device, so you can borrow books from the library directly from it. Plus, the UI looks clean and not clustered and messy like the Kindles do. The warm light is probably the warmest after the second replacement of my colorsoft, and the covers look really crisp. Now, next to other e-readers, the kobo seems slower when tapping through pages, but it's not something you notice if it's your only device. Also, the screen brightness swipe on the left side is a bonus compared to other devices. Now, I actually bought the Kobo Libra color for myself, but I ended up gifting it to my sister since she really wanted a color e-reader. So this one is now hers. She was using the box page, which is a better alternative to the Kindle Oasis. It's the same price as the colorsoft, but you can annotate with a stylus, comes in black and white. Plus, it has one of the best side buttons in modern e-readers. It's basically the same as the Clara color, but it has a bigger battery. It's a bit more quicker when turning pages, and you can also add files via my Dropbox, Google Drive, and Pocket, so you can collect articles, videos, and links from the web. So fanfics can also be read on any Kobo, including the Clara. So if you want to know if I recommend the colorsoft versus these other color e-readers, absolutely the freak not. At least not yet, until they get everything sorted out with a yellow bar, page bleeding, dead pixels, and a major price decrease, because that $300 tag ain't it. My most used e-readers right now would have to be the Kindle Basic and the boox Color 7, but the Kobos are top tier and not as restricting as the Kindle ecosystem. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. Let me know what y'all think about these devices. Make sure to check my e-reader playlist as well, because I have the reviews of all of these e-readers over there. Also, let me know if anybody out there has the colorsoft themselves. Let me know your experience, because I would really like to know. Thank you guys so much for watching another cozy-ish unboxing and review session with me. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves. See you on the next one. Deuces.